All right, try something. Super nerd. What snap is that? Take one. So I got my phone filming the display. We'll sync up these videos. I got my wife's phone. We'll should be able to side by side watch the numbers and the sun on the panels. Maybe. Let's go around this way for fun. They're both recording, right? Before I go stand up there for 5 minutes. Yeah, it's recording. So we're pretty overcast at the moment. Well, it's not overcast. The sun is behind a cloud. So here's the sun right now. Burned my eyes. I don't know what I was pointing that at. It's just too bright. Okay. So we're going to go up there and watch the panels. So obviously it can be very hard to see how much sun there is, but you can contrast the shadows. When you don't see any shadows, it's when the sun is behind the cloud. When you see the strong shadows, that is when the sun is out. So you can watch for shadows right there, showing up. All right. The sun is really coming out now. I can hear the metal roof here is starting to creak and crack as it heats up. So right now, the sun's behind cloud. And here it is coming out from behind the cloud. Let me see if I can see what time it is. Nope, I don't want to risk interrupting the video either, so just leave it. It must be about 10:30, maybe 10:45. It's relatively early in the day still. But not when you consider you're up and out of bed by 6. So I've already been up running around nerding out on this for 4 or 5 hours. These were installed yesterday. And they're all wrong. But I don't really have any tools. I didn't have any racking material. The C-channel they have on the roof here. Some scraps that were left over. So there's a little piece of C-channel here and here. I originally mounted them backwards so that they were open towards the middle. But if you do that, there is absolutely no way to access the nuts to tighten down the bolts to hold the panels in place. So after I had one panel fully installed, I had to remove it and move those bars and then the holes didn't line up exactly into the roof. It's just a bit of a nightmare. And then I also did it wrong. You'll notice right here is a little stick. That's because the C-channel, the cross brace, wasn't on a height of a bump. So it would be kind of in a trough, which would have angled it funny, blah, blah, blah. So both sides were going to be on blocks, except I had thicker blocks on this side, so that the panel would be slightly tipped this way. Slightly. Obviously not much, like a half-inch difference. But then I had problems with the thicker blocks and it's getting all the way through into the strapping of the roof. So I started on this side. Well, I had already started on this side. So I had to stay lined up there. And I ended up just taking the blocks out. So now I've got a little half-inch lift on this side facing the panel, angled slightly, which is fine right now, but as the sun sets, they're angled slightly in the wrong direction, which is really too bad. So right now the shadow kind of disappears as the clouds roll in. And then as the cloud rolls past, the shadow starts to come back. Do this with a third camera that watches the sun itself. So you can see the clouds coming and going. See if it's a dark black cloud versus just a thin wispy cloud versus clear blue. Obviously clear blue is going to be your maximum irradiance, whatever it's called. I think that's it. 1,000 milliwatts per square meter, inch, or millimeter. I don't know. But 1,000 is maximum. That's clear blue sun on the proper angle to the panel. I think I only have a couple more minutes left of video. I think it times out at 10 minutes. As long as nothing runs out of space. Oh, we've gone beyond 10 minutes. I guess that's not the limit. Maybe that's because I'm filming in only HD, not 4K or whatever the top setting is on the phone, which just makes the videos ridiculously big. The megapixel race. Better to spend money on optics. Although I think the optics are decent on these phones. For a $200 phone, I am very impressed. The only thing that super sucks is the GPS and the sensors in it. The GPS has been the one that's the problem, because navigating with Google Maps, it drops signal all the time. But all the more reason to know where you're going and not rely on GPS. It's super handy when you know where the hell you are sometimes. Here, you're not in a desert on a horse with no name. You're in a town on a street with no name. Even if it has a name, there is no sign. Wind and the cool temperatures. That's for sure. I think as I grow my system, the solar big enough to run AC, and just really not worry about power at all, have a huge battery bank, end up with lots of small collections of solar in different places, all with their own charge controllers, feeding the main battery bank, just because the roof's not big enough to put solar on. Lucky I'll fit maybe 8 kilowatts up there on the one side, which will all be consistent facing the same direction and have no shade. But then any other places will struggle with partial shade. And that's where when you have big strings of panels together, when they start getting partially shaded, you start losing a half or a third or the whole panel based on how they're wired and how the blocking diodes work. Because solar cells themselves in series will impede the flow of electricity. So if you add a dozen batteries and there's one dead one, it'll pull down the current capability of the whole pack. Solar cells are the same, but they wire them with blocking diodes so that if you do have partial shading, or for some reason one string within the panel is not producing, it will bypass itself. But I believe most panels are cut in half or in thirds. So if a couple cells are being shaded out, you'll lose a large chunk of your panels. this cloud. Oh, here comes the cloud. Like, that's enough.